Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Cleaning and Cocktails. You guys owe me Ricky Regalato. What you guys are gonna be in for though is an introduction to some of the partners that I have for this special episode that we're gonna touch on. So it's gonna be a little bit different, a little bit of a twist for this type of episode. As you can see, we don't have our cocktails right now. That's okay. It's because we had a strategy session today. And the reason is I wanted to have an episode on who Janitorial Store is today. Who these gentlemen are right next to me, because even though the news has been out that Janitorial Store and My House Cleaning Business and everybody has gone under new ownership, I wanted to put faces to who these people are, to who my partners are, to who ownership is, share their story, allow you guys to get to know them a little bit more. And the reason why we wanted to take this journey together to take over this great brand. Steve and Gene and the rest of the Janitorial Store and My House Cleaning Biz team have done a phenomenal job to get this brand and this company to where it's at right now. So we want to honor them and honor the industry, and really just take it even to the next level, and just really do our best to do good by them and to do good by the industry. So I know you guys may know who Armando is. You guys may have seen Saul. You guys may have seen Juan, even John as well, right? They've all been on the Cleaning and Cocktails show with me before at one point or the other. But without further ado, I want to start with who we have appointed and are honored to have as our CEO, Mr. Armando Bello. Armando, man, how the hell did you get this opportunity to join this group and help?
Do I tell them the truth, how we rolled the dice and I won it, or how do we?
Hey, however you want to say, man.
No, so I started off in the industry, I want to say about 3.5 years ago. Ricky brought me on board to Rosalato to help build the company, help with the sales and the marketing. So I started off with that about 3.5 years ago. Started cleaning. He felt that was a necessity. He lied to me on how long it was going to be, but ended up being about 6 months of cleaning, moved up, finally started doing the proposals, walkthroughs, things of that nature. And then from there moved over into the route side. And then, the opportunity came. We felt like it was a great opportunity for us as far as where we were. We were doing a lot of coaching and things of that nature already. So we felt like it was just going to be a great synergy. So, this is how I got here. Long story short.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Armando. John, what about you?
How did I get here?
How did this group get here?
So, let me tell the real story or the same
Come
question. So, and I'm not as good as looking at this camera, guys, whoever's watching. So, these guys do it all the time. But, no, I met Ricky in Dallas at the ISSA/BSAI convention 3 years ago, I think.
About 3 years
3 years ago, I was at the Swept booth, the software that we use at our company. And there was a guy there that was heckling the guy at the Swept booth, and there was this guy right here. And he invited me to an event, and we've become friends and stayed in touch since then. And we talked shop about the business quite a bit, and obviously been very impressed with what he's done. And one thing we probably need to say here today, because he won't say it, but he's the one that got us all involved on this deal and made this thing happen. But so Ricky called me one day and told me that the Janitorial Store, they were interested in selling the company to us or to him, and he was nice enough to get me involved and thought I could bring some value, just because like everybody else here. And part of the reason we want to talk to you guys is that we all are cleaning owners. We all are in the business. We've all started pretty much from scratch. I think almost all of us here started out cleaning, myself included. I have just a quick snippet. I have a commercial cleaning company, janitorial company in Louisville, Kentucky. We started with, it was me cleaning by myself for 2 days a week, $600 a month, 5.5 years ago. Fast forward to today, a lot of things in between there, but we now, with this new account, have about 180 team members, and we serve about 46, 47 commercial office buildings, focusing more on like the mid to large Class A office space is kind of our niche, and medical as well. So that's kind of how it came about. And then when Ricky called me, I was wanting to do business with Ricky. He's always been somebody that I've admired, that has done a lot for the industry, and it is always trying to provide more value than he ever takes away. And you know, and that's not always the case in this business. You know, there are some people that maybe take advantage of people sometimes, and I think that's why Gene and Steve trusted Ricky to take that over. I think like all of us, a former paying member of the janitorial store. So I've been a client, a subscriber, and I understand the value that it brings. And so when he said that, I jumped on it, on the opportunity. So
nice. Thank you, sir. Juan, a little bit about yourself, just like John explained. And I like how you touched on your relationship with Janitorial Store too. So I know you used it, right?
Yeah,
you remember?
absolutely. So I mean, I've known Ricky for a couple of years now. I actually don't even remember. I think you called me, right?
I called you to do an affiliate partnership.
I think so, yeah. And so then we were discussing SWEP.
You were very skeptical. You were very skeptical.
Well, no, it's not that. But we're both we operate in the same region, right?
Yeah.
So obviously we become friends, and so you know we realize we operate in a very similar fashion, and so that's kind of how I think the friendship has flourished. But so we're at about 210 employees. We operate here in Chicago, but similar to everyone here in the group, really is. You know, we started using the handbook from the Janitorial Store, you know, key tag out forms, all kinds of forms. I mean, almost everything that we've needed, we've learned. Even the zone cleaning that we do, we learned from a video out of the Janitorial Store. So many resources. And so when Ricky mentioned that, you know, that we had an opportunity to take it over, I was like, wow, that's an amazing opportunity. That, you know, the amount of information that is on there is just, you know, it's a lot of information, right? And so I think, you know, for us is we just want to take this opportunity to, you know, bring it out to the spotlight again, right? And so and help other business owners really. So, and I think you know the reason why Ricky wanted to put this specific group together is because we all operate in a slightly different fashion because of the slightly different verticals that we have. So I think the group together covers just about every vertical, different you know geography, different challenges that you face in the different verticals. So I think together as a group, we kind of cover a lot of the bases. So.
Yeah, and you guys too, like you guys are touching on great points. And even Armando, if you remember, like one of the first things I told you was go to Janitorial Store, right?
Yeah.
Look, go grab some information, learn the industry from there. Because as everybody that's watching or listening, if you haven't heard of Janitorial Store, or if you're on the residential side in My House Cleaning Biz, is the same thing, but it's focused on residential. This is why I wanted to do this and bring this together is for the people that don't know about it, you should know about it. And if you're new to the industry and you're learning cleaning, if you Google search, Janitorial Store is going to pop up 9 times out of 10. But I think our goal here is to give it a refresh for people to understand what is on there, what you can do with it, the information that is there. It's the most valuable website, I believe, for anybody who's starting off in the business to try to understand what the heck they're getting into. And then as you're growing, because I think like we've talked about earlier, John, too, is get in the handbook, SOPs, the different templates and documents. I mean, this thing is content heavy. So again, we're just going to keep reiterating on that point. But before we keep going, Saul. Who is Saul repping the blue?
Saul Marchand from Blue Commercial Cleaning. Actually, very excited to be partnering up with everyone here. Ricky, I think the first time we met was because he liked our Instagram, believe it or not.
I pay respect where it's
due.
So that's how we met, and we obviously maintain communication. So we're more on the specialized sector. So think of one-time projects, project-based only. It can include odor remediation, mold, carpet clean, power washing. Our job is really to get in there, make an impact, enhance the image of every facility we touch, and then we're pretty much out. And then that's where these guys come in and do the day-to-day commercial work. So our job is very niche, very unique. So our team is not very big. We're about 20, 25, and that also includes affiliate partners. But we've been able to scale here the last few years, especially with this pandemic. So it's made us pivot and actually stepped up our portfolio of services that we've been able to offer. So I'm very excited to be here, and obviously I want to be a resource for everyone because that's exactly what these guys have been for me here the last, I want to say 2 to 3 years.
Yeah.
So it's pretty unique, and again, I'm very excited.
And that's the exciting part, right? We still learn from each other, so we want to have a good community where everyone can learn from us.
Yeah, I mean, like when I was kidding when I said strategy session earlier, you guys, like we literally, everybody brings something to the table. And it's not just us here. This is what I like about it is think about our network of people that we know that we reach out to learn from is that's what janitorial store is going to get everyone is there's going to be a larger network of you can call them subject matter experts, right? People that are going to help with more knowledge and experience because I feel that is the most important thing is peer to peer. All right, your colleagues are the ones that you're going to learn from the most. So that's our job here is putting all these great brains and minds together with a leader like Armando to kind of lead the forefront on a day to day. Because as you guys all just heard, we all have businesses of our own that we're running and operating. But to me, that is the benefit though, is we are living the day to day real life scenarios that anybody who's going to be a member at Janitorial Store or My House Cleaning Biz is going to go through or is about to hit or just went through and our kind of our tunnel and the spokesperson for us is going to be Armando. So, I mean, Armando, what could you let everybody know that are, just tidbits of where we're at today, what we're thinking about doing, what they should expect?
Yeah, absolutely. On a day-to-day basis, as far as the way that the company is structured, nothing will really change. We are thinking of innovative ways to provide more to our members, just based on the current model as it stands, right? So we'll be able to do that. We'll be able to enhance the experience, a little bit easier and better experience, right? As you're navigating through the content, things of that nature. We will be adding in a coaching aspect to it, right? To where we're able to bring on other subject matter experts that have been in the industry and have proven themselves successful, after they've gone through the trenches. So that's something that we want to do more than anything, right? Is being able to assist companies based on where they're currently at, right? We're all on a different journey and we want to be able to provide assistance so that we can walk you through that process, right? I think it's important. I think it's paramount for us to listen to one another, right? Being able to just speak to the specific situation that we're currently in. So that's something that we're very excited about, just because as we see it as something that has benefited us throughout our journey. So stay tuned for that aspect.
Armando, would you say, real sorry to interrupt, but because I feel like Steve and Gene would probably appreciate a shout out, but it's a way to pay homage to them, right? Because what's the number one? That was actually one of the number one things that they touched on is that's why we like where everybody's heads at here is you guys want to help take this to that next level of he wanted to build the coaching piece to it, right? Like, but he was only one man.
Exactly. So Steve and Gene, first and foremost, you guys have done a phenomenal job thus far. And I feel like even just based on what they have established, it allows us to grow it from there, right? So without that solid foundation, I mean, none of this would be possible. So yes, building off of what Steve already established, right? Being able to provide that type of coaching, that type of expertise to our members, it's something that we're looking forward to. Absolutely.
Cool. Anything else that we want to?
Yeah, I mean, even just being able to, it wasn't done.
You just got that done yet.
It wasn't done yet. There's a lot of exciting stuff. Being able to translate the platform in other language so it's easier for other users, because we do have users outside the U.S. Currently. So being able to do things like that, right, where we're making an impact in the industry as a whole, outside from just what we're currently seeing in the U.S. and things of that nature. So that is something that we're exciting about, different partnerships and things like that. So this is something that we're excited about. We look forward to speaking to our members, being able to again provide that hand in any area of the business. So
I think another piece too is just our vision is also to be able to create that direct connection. Right?
Oh, absolutely.
We want to be able to directly connect with the community that's going to be on Janitorial Store, on My House Cleaning Biz, and I don't want the conversation
connect them
with each other. Yeah, and we don't want it to be where yes, you heard it here that a lot of us are in the commercial space, but I know John's got some good relationships with people on the residential side. I've got a few people as well. We are going to bring that side of the business together as well because again, it's one side is commercial, the other side is residential, but both have a lot of overlapping things where it's going to be our job to really bring it all together. and give you guys the best experience that we can give. That's what makes me super excited. Is you're talking about John's vertical, like you said, Juan's vertical, Armando's personal experience on a couple different levels, right? Software side, actual cleaning side, ops side, Saul project based has a different. You can talk about the mold remediation side. Like everybody here brings something to the table. The networks that we have bring something to the table. It's just super exciting because empowering that small business owner, the mom and pop, what is it going to do? We always talk about it. It's going to level up the space. It's going to raise that bottom line and just make the industry more competitive in a better way.
Yeah, agree. And the big thing a lot of times is, when we're starting off, we get these pretty good opportunities, but sometimes we just don't know how to perform the work, so we pass on the work. And so now you're going to have a community that you get these opportunities, and we'll help you, figure it out. So
Yeah.
I think the biggest thing, community is the big word here. We want to make sure you all feel safe. You don't have to go at it alone. We've all been through it. Any questions you might have, no question is dumb. I've always felt like that in the beginning, is that, I'll ask any crazy question, right, in order to get what I really need. So that's kind of what we want. We want you to feel safe. We want you to be a part of this community where you can entrust not only us here, but as well as the over 700, maybe 1,000 members that we have. So we want to make sure that that's the value that we bring, so that you basically are building your business, but in essence, having a partnership with quite a few successful people out there.
Yeah.
And I'd say, for the people that are asking, okay, well, what is the janitorial store? If you've never heard of it, I know a lot of people in the industry are familiar with it and have used our product, but we just had a strategy session and talked about, who are we? What's our identity? And I think one thing we all agree on, and it's how we run our businesses and how we live our lives, is that we're trying to give more value than we ever take away from the industry. And I think if we do that every day, I think we're going to be able to provide a product for you that will help you, especially in the beginning stages, but all through the different stages of scaling up your business.
Yeah.
But if you're the small guy, this is for you. If you're the medium guy, this is for you.
Mm-hmm.
For example, and we could go down the list, but what is it? It's a training and education and coaching platform that includes how many different documents and videos?
Well over 10,000.
10,000. So if you a video for how to clean a restroom. For when I started, I didn't know what type of floors were what. I mean, it talks about everything from that to, in the beginning, as you all know, pricing a job is super important. You start off pricing it wrong, you could be in trouble, and I know a lot of you are trying to get out of the cleaning and hire people to do that. Hiring is part of it, pricing, every single aspect of the business, sales and marketing, operations, HR, all of that. There is content already in there today. If you sign up as a member today, is already in there. So, and then what's the value of us, being like, why does it matter to you guys that we're people that have been in the business for a while and are actual operators in the commercial cleaning space? I think it matters because there are a lot of people out there that are, whether it's private equity or people that are just using this as an investment and that's it, and they're trying to make the maximum profit for as little amount of work, or we're trying to bring as much value as possible because we care, and we actually have hundreds of employees that we have that work for us, and we care about their families, and no different in this, in this scenario with us. If all you're caring about is a profit and it's a big thing that you want to flip and sell in a year, then that's not who we are, and that's part of the reason we're doing this video today, is to show you here's some clean owners that care, and here's the people behind it, and we realize we don't know everything. Like I don't know anything about cleaning restaurants. Ricky does. I know a lot about cleaning office buildings. So everybody's got different strengths in this room. So.
Oh yeah.
The janitorialstore.com and myhousecleaningbiz.com is actually the third as well. Marketing systems by design for all your marketing needs, your SEO, your websites, Google My Business pages, and things like that. So we do have that side of the business as well. So anything that you might need help with marketing, whether you're a residential or commercial company, we do have that available, bro.
Awesome. Guys, that was a quick video. That was the goal of it, though, was to really put faces to names and just say hi, right? Introduce everybody. Talk a little bit about what the future looks like for Janitorial Store and My House Cleaning Biz. But more so just to let you guys know, we're a resource, right? This company is a resource center. Be on the lookout for new YouTube videos, a lot more stuff on the social media aspect. The website's going to be coming up with a lot of things. We are going to execute and deliver for you as our members and for all the the potential new members. Just know, be on the lookout. A lot of great things happening. A lot of great people here working together. Well, again, thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. Again, thank you for tuning in, you guys. Just be on the lookout for a lot more stuff that's coming out.